What's that?
When I heard Rasheeda say that I specifically was not her friend, I was shocked. It's been a while since Rasheeda and I have talked one-on-one. This is our last chance. If you can't come meet with me, woman to woman, to really tell me to my face what's good, then yeah, this friendship is most certainly over. I feel like, we needed
Y'all better grab your wigs, pour the tea, and secure your edges, because what we just uncovered is messier than Kirk Frost's Deem is on a Friday night. The so-called sisterhood between Yandy Smith and Rasheeda Frost, baby, it was faker. Then a discount BBL from an Instagram ad, and guess who just ripped the curtains wide open? None other than the queen of chaos herself. Tasha K. Now pause and ask yourself, why would Rasheeda, the same woman who cried on national TV over Kirk's motel slip-ups and side babies, turn around and throw shade at the only woman who stood by her when the internet dragged her lace front through the mud? What really went down behind the scenes of love and hip-hop? Why did Rasheeda suddenly hit us with a we ain't even friends like that moment after years of hot tub scandals, sisterhood speeches, and baby mama cleanups? Oh honey, we've got leaked texts, explosive receipts, and sources claiming this betrayal runs deeper than Rasheeda's patience for Kirk's cheating. And yes, we're naming names, exposing games, and snatching wigs one ego at a time. So, buckle up, because this ain't just drama. It's a full-blown reality TV reckoning. We're diving into the downfall of a friendship that, let's be honest, may have never been real to begin with. We're talking about none other than Rasheeda Boss Chick Frost and Yandy Everywoman Smith, two women who once seemed tighter than Rasheeda's ponytail in Atlanta humidity. But behind the glam shots and giggles was a betrayal so shady. Even Mona Scott would have said, wait, WHAT. Enter Tasha K., the internet's most unapologetic truth teller, your favorite blogger's worst nightmare. And when she brought the receipts, baby, it wasn't no iced tea. It was boiling, no sugar, no creamer, just scandal. Let's rewind. Season after season, we watched Yandy and Rasheeda ride together through the chaos. When Kirk cheated again and again, and again, who had Rasheeda's back? Not Candy, not Carly Red, not even Erica Mena. It was Yandy. While Kirk was living like a rapper on tour, Yandy was cleaning up the emotional mess, defending Rasheeda, comforting her, and, let's be real, saving her image. Fast forward to this season. And suddenly Rasheeda is out here saying Yandy was never her friend. Girl, WHAT? Not we grew apart, not we had a misunderstanding, but she was never my friend. And then she went on to say she doesn't want to be friends with someone just because it's a good look. Excuse me? Are we talking about Yandy, or are you looking in the mirror, ma'am? Look, Yandy may not be everyone's favorite. Some call her too polished, too calculated, but one thing is FACT, she rides for her people. When the world dragged Kirk, who defended Rasheeda? Yandy, why when the hot tub scandal hit the mystery baby? The apartment slip-ups Yandy never once threw. Shade and how does Rasheeda repay her? By sitting in confessional interviews next to Kendra Robinson, her legal clone, and saying, we not really friends, baby, if Shady was a sport. Rasheeda would have a gold medal, and just when we thought this couldn't get messier, boom. Tasha K drops in like a courtroom mic drop. According to her, Rasheeda's "we're not friends" line wasn't a slip, it was strategic PR to distance herself from Yandy before new rumors about Mendices leaked. Yep, we'll get to that part in a second, but let's ask, why would Rasheeda, the woman who built a brand on keeping it classy and taking Kirk back 47 times, suddenly shade the only woman who stood beside her? Word on the street, aka Tasha K's inbox full of anonymous tips, says Rasheeda was never truly comfortable with Yandy's spotlight. Allegedly, she felt Yandy was too perfect, too brand safe, basically fake, but the irony, Rasheeda's been faking a perfect marriage on TV for 10 years while Kirk runs around like he's auditioning for Maury. When an insider told Tasha K, Rasheeda always had a bit of jealousy toward Yandy. She felt producers gave her more screen time, and even though Yandy wasn't from Atlanta, she got treated like royalty. Meanwhile, Rasheeda was stuck doing damage control for Kirk season after season, Let's not forget the throwback moment with Jessica Dime, when a fight broke out with Pressure P, one of Kirk's rumored flings, who stayed behind to throw hands and defend Rasheeda. Jessica Dime, that same loyalty Yandy showed, and now? Yandy is treated like last season's press boutique clearance rag. Yandy never disrespected Rasheeda, not even when the internet clowned Kirk's earrings, side chicks, or jacuzzi parties. But the moment rumors hit about Mendices being spotted with a Latino woman in leopard pants, Rasheeda wasted zero time throwing shade, projection, much, and that shady brunch with Kendra? Baby, it felt rehearsed, like they practiced those lines with mimosas, and don't worry, Kendra and her man Young Jock, that mess deserves its own episode. Because sis, your man's demons are more active than Peachtree Street at rush hour. But before we go there, let's talk about the moment that set the internet on fire. That line, "I don't want to be friends with someone just because it's a good look," it echoed, fans gasped, blogs exploded. Twitter had a meltdown. And who was ready? Tasha K, of course. She posted, "Rasheeda got a man who cheats yearly, controls everything financially, and has the nerve to question another woman's loyalty. Girl, sit down and check your man's Snapchat before shading Yandy." She even joked that Kirk and Mendices should swap reality shows. At least Mendices knows how to keep his side activity off camera. And baby, this is just the surface. America's next top cheater. And you're out here worried about the friendship levels between two women you barely even rock with? But we'll come back to her. Let's talk about the Snapchat scandal, because this wasn't just gossip. This was the alleged trigger behind Rasheeda's sudden flip on Yandy. Word on the digital streets was that Mendices, Yandy's longtime partner or husband-ish, we'll get to that in a second, was caught posting a Snapchat of a Latina woman in leopard print pants. And no, it wasn't captioned fashion inspo. Her assets were front and center. The caption? Something vague like working, with a slight emoji. One post, one snap, and boom, the internet exploded. But Yandy, cool, calm, and paparazzi proof, jumped in fast. She said it was content, claimed it was part of a social media project that Mendices was filming. She knew about it. End of story, right? Wrong. Enter Rasheeda, stage left, slick grin, and that "I'm above it all" tone, casually dropping, "I don't even think they're legally married." Didn't she say something about forgetting to send in the paperwork? Excuse me? So now we're attacking marriages because your man can't keep it zipped in a Motel 6? Let's be real, Rasheeda never cared about Yandy's love life until hers started looking like a Lifetime movie with bad lighting. The easiest way to deflect from Kirk's annual cheating festival? Toss Yandy under the bus. Classic reality show misdirection. Shift the focus, let someone else's drama distract from yours. But baby, Tasha K doesn't miss a thing. She dug deep. Deeper than a love and hip-hop reunion apology. And what she came back with. Huyu Chili, allegedly a former production assistant, told Tasha there was always tension between Yandy and Rasheeda behind the scenes. They smiled for the cameras, but Rasheeda didn't like how Yandy would step in and take control, especially when it came to supporting other women. That same insider claimed Rasheeda felt overshadowed during scenes with Yandy, and producers favored Yandy's clean image over Rasheeda's constant damage control storyline. Jealousy? Ego? Insecurity? Either way, this wasn't friendship. It was brand politics. And that shady comment about Yandy's marriage? Let's go there. That infamous "we never filed the marriage certificate" confession. Yandy said that on camera. Years ago. They had the wedding, efficient vows, rings, cake, the whole nine, but she didn't file the paperwork strategically because she didn't want to be financially liable for Mendices' legal issues. Smart, business-minded, protective. But Rasheeda, who let Kirk Frost, with his multiple confirmed side babies, run her finances, brand, and boutiques, now wants to clown Yandy for smart paperwork management. The hypocrisy is glowing brighter than Kendra's forehead under reunion lights. And speaking of Kendra, let's talk about why she had the nerve to co-sign anything about loyalty, marriage, or friendship. This is the same Kendra who's been locked in a will they won't they Divorce dance with Lil Scrappy, sorry. We mean young Jock. For what feels like 10 seasons, he admitted on TV he wasn't faithful. He showed up late to the wedding, he flirted at the bachelor party. He treats commitment like it's a coupon code, optional, and Kendra wants to question. Someone else's man, girl, please, that's the power of groupthink. Sit someone next to a mic too long, and they start thinking they're the main character. Kendra probably thought siding with Rasheeda would give her grown woman vibes. But instead, she came off like a sidekick in a two-woman clapback show. Even the fans saw it. Fake tweets went viral. One said, Kendra worried about Yandy's ring? Well, Jock still can't spell monogamy. Who you dot, so let's break it down. Rasheeda says Yandy's marriage ain't real, but Kirk's side baby was? Make it make sense. Then, just when we thought we'd hit peak pettiness, Tasha K went live again. She claimed Rasheeda has been shading Yandy for years. This wasn't a random line. This was jealousy marinated in silence. Why? Because Yandy's brand is locked. Her man don't embarrass her every season. That makes Rasheeda uncomfortable, period. Even Messier? Tasha hinted there may be DMs and texts between Rasheeda and other cast members mocking Yandy behind her back. If true, yikes. And don't forget, Yandy was there for Kendra, too, when her marriage was falling apart faster than a Fashion Nova zipper, who sat with Kendra off camera, who gave her real advice. Yandy, now they're both ganging up on her like this is Mean Girls. Atlanta edition. It's giving, use her, then lose her, but the wildest part. Yandy didn't even fight back. No Instagram clapbacks, no subtweets, no shady confessionals. Just silence, and that silence, it spoke louder than anything Rasheeda or Kendra could ever throw, because while Rasheeda is still defending a man who cheats like it's his part-time job, Yandy is raising a family, running businesses, and managing scandals with grace. That's why Tasha K said it. Yandy outgrew them. She was never one of them. She was just nice enough to pretend. And if that ain't the truth, what is? But don't go anywhere, because in part 3, we're diving into the possible legal fallout producer drama emergency confessional sand. The cracks forming inside VH1 itself, because when fake friends fall apart, the empire crumbles too. This wasn't just tea. This was a boiling betrayal breakdown, and Tasha K, she hosted the trial on YouTube Live.